welcome. It would make a refreshing change to produce a report divorced from the wretched COVID-19 PSYOP, but unfortunately its enduring calamitous impact and overpowering distraction compels inclusion in the context of authentic news coverage. The marginal upside is that exponentially more become alert to the fact that it's a criminal scam with no extinction-level pandemic set to wipe out humanity. Sadly, a disproportionate percentage of the population remain cocooned in media fear-induced mental paralysis to the absurd degree of ludicrously wearing self-harming medical face masks and wetting pants in trembling panic, hiding under their beds. All this irrationality derives from the fakery of a hysterically appointed, invisible, and scientifically unidentified threat that suddenly, after 5 months of claiming infection could spread via asymptomatic carriers, hence the lockdowns, mask policies and mandatory vaccines, the WHO now declares there's virtually no spread through asymptomatic carriers. In short, they've obliterated all argument for mandating vaccines, mask lockdowns, quarantines, or mass surveillance contact tracing. This remarkable 180-degree policy reversal should immediately end all lockdowns and terminate vaccine research. I'll reiterate once again, COVID-19 is a criminal scam executed in the exact same demonic fashion as 9/11 and the countless other mass-murdering false flag assaults upon the global community. Well, you can lead people to knowledge, but you can't make them think. Tenaciously embraced, willful ignorance hinders the gathering progress wave of the awakened, but I'm confident that soon pivotal change will arise. Meantime, we need to formulate right intention to seamlessly merge with unity consciousness, which requires disconnection from mainstream media's low-frequency, spiritually toxic, fear-mongering propaganda and insidiously invasive mind control. We need to urgently disassociate from government's predatory control mechanisms wherever possible. These darkly occulted institutions are devised to block spiritual awakening while thwarting the ascension process at every turn. Knowing and understanding this is a key stepping stone on an uplifting voyage of awakening that once learned will never be forgotten. The current dehumanizing agenda can't be wished away or pretended not to exist, but it can be managed without being drawn into the emotional turmoil of confrontation, which is devised as a time-wasting distraction. Remember, no matter how difficult the going becomes, there's always a means of navigating turbulent rapids without losing direction or getting lost in confusion. A prime example of media-applied social engineering is the virtue-signalling idiocy of submissively bending the knee in veneration of a violent thug porn star, recidivist drug user and convicted armed robber, BLM poster boy George Floyd. The bizarre death circumstances of which I, along with a great many alternate news sources, remain deeply suspicious. Whatever the truth of that meticulously timed trigger incident might be, it served its purpose of igniting United Nations-funded rioting where, once again, the mind-controlled masses are putty in the hands of Luciferian manipulators. The black magician's media wand spells out a catchy 3-letter acronym and off they charge, wreaking satanically choreographed destruction under false premise, while unwittingly being ritually humiliated in every way imaginable. The term useful idiots fails as an adequate descriptor because the majority inflicting chaos are hopelessly blind as to how they're being expertly played by a tiresomely overworn yet unfailingly effective racism card. The diabolical root cause of this manufactured unrest has nothing whatsoever to do with racism. It's a cancerous outgrowth of the globalist creed to destroy individualism, obliterate loyalty to family, traditions, patriotism, and spiritual belief, to shred the social fabric of everything it contaminates. Obviously, all lives matter, with no one sector or race any more important or deserving than another. But highly emotive race baiting is guaranteed to provoke deepening division and raging conflict. UN-promoted disorder careens out of control without the rioting mobs ever questioning the validity of or actual purpose of their surreptitiously conducted rampage of looting and burning the essential businesses that actually support and sustain their lives. Such mindless destruction trashes the very restaurants, shops and cafes that enhance and nurture daily existence. But the majority of snowflake-rented rioters are bussed in from other locations with trained saboteurs and professional agitators, secreted into the dangerously subversive mix. If any issue warranted passionate protest, it should be the virology test labs responsible for creating the hideously evil bioweapons used to create the fake pandemic scare. But that won't happen because the brainwashed pantomime-performing rioters can't think beyond their media programming, let alone draw common-sense conclusions. The dense smokescreen of this remote-controlled violence deviously conceals the real agenda of the Great Reset, promulgated by a Luciferian cabal using the fake pandemic threat as leverage to shoehorn the endgame fascist technocracy of one world government, Agenda 2030. Thank you for watching.